It's all in your mind. Whatever you hold in your mind will tend to occur in your life. If you continue to believe as you have always believed, you will continue to act as you have always acted. You will continue to get what you have always gotten. If you want different results in your life or your work, all you have to do is change your mind.
There's only one thing in the whole universe over which you have complete control, and that is your thoughts. If you wish to change any of the conditions of your life, you have to change the thoughts that precede those conditions. You have to change what is going on. Our beliefs do form our realities. To the degree to which we believe anything to be true, our beliefs act as sort of like a screen. They filter out any information that is inconsistent with our beliefs. However, if we begin to change our beliefs, we begin to change our realities. They exist only in your own mind.
Discipline is boring. Hard work is boring. Studying is boring. Doing the same thing every day is boring, but boredom is the birthplace of success. So right now, be the boring friend.
There is no instruction manual that comes with the human brain. A lot of the time we feel like the challenges that we face are a personal curse that we've been bestowed with. It's like, well, why have I got to deal with that? And if you have enough conversations, you realize that lots of people feel like that, and that your unique snowflake pathology that you think is, you realize that actually like loads of other people feel this too, and well, that makes me feel less alone, and it makes me feel less broken.
It won't get harder. Like, this is the hardest part. And so if you can just make it through this, everything else is downhill. It's not that the things that the dragons you're going to slay aren't going to get bigger. They are, but you become so much more equipped to slay them back.
No matter what happens to you, you got to keep going.
Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent.
You can run bad forever, but it will eventually turn around once you grasp the understanding of the game. Eventually, it's going to turn around.
There's so much opportunity on the other side of being willing to persist for an extended period of time on the correct path without getting positive reinforcement from your environment. And the longer you can stick with something without that positive feedback loop in terms of the big external thing, the easier the opportunities are, because so few people can pursue them.
Embrace the boring life. Prioritize progress. Lock in your training. Go to bed early and stay focused. Living like this might not feel exciting day to day, but this discipline is what leads to lasting success. The boring path, that's where winners are made.
Life rewards action, not intelligence. Life rewards action, not intelligence. I think one of the dangers is smart people, that the smarter you are, the better your excuses. The more accomplished you are in talking yourself out of taking action, in proving to yourself that every action that you could take is too small, too meaningless, and not worth it. And George Leonard, who brought jiu-jitsu from Japan to the US, one of the things he said is, absolutely, you cannot do everything, but you can do one thing, and another, and another. And that's the way you make massive progress in life, by doing one thing, and another, and another. The matter that you show up and try and act week after week, month after month, year after year, with a little bit of intelligence, you start to get better and better and better. You start to become more articulate. And it's so easy to talk yourself out of action, but it's so important to remember that life rewards action, not intelligence, not smarts in your brain, but action into the world.
Every day, you get to make a choice. You can choose to continue with the way things are, with what you've always done, and to complain about how unfair life can be. Or you can choose to let go of what has been holding you back. Focus on what is in your control and seek the path of growth. It is the choice between feeling beaten by events outside of your control, or settling for a life below what you know you're capable of, and saying to yourself that enough is enough, that you will not be this person any longer, that you will say goodbye to the ordinary in order to taste the extraordinary, that from today, right now even, you will commit to being someone better.
Some of us go through pain and it becomes our tombstone. Some of us go through pain and it's a scar. and we live a life of reward. So I'm just gonna say again, 2025, do me a favor, check you. You're in the ballot box and you're looking at all these options, doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever you see, president, mayor, governor, do me a favor. Before you check any of that, check you. Before you check anything, check you and go look yourself in the mirror and go, yo, I'm my lottery ticket. I'm my ticket out of the neighborhood, or, you know, I'm the broken curse. Like whatever you want to call yourself. But the day I stopped saying my mom, my dad, this person, the police, the day I stopped doing that, the day I said, you.
Embrace the lonely path. If the path that you're on feels lonely, it should assure you that you're headed in the right direction. Because a lot of people simply are not willing to withstand the struggle that comes with the path of success. So if you're feeling lonely right now, that means that you are willing to do the things that nobody else does. You know, everybody preaches that they have this big dream or aspiration or a grand vision for their future, but nobody's willing to bear the struggle that comes with it. But you are. Which tells you where you're headed, my friend. You are headed straight for everything that you've ever wanted. This is how it's supposed to feel. You knew it was going to be difficult. So let's not act surprised now. Everything is going just as expected. So what do we do now?
Success is the only revenge. As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with. When people copy, they copy the wrong stuff because they don't know why it worked to begin with. And when it breaks, they don't know how to fix it because they didn't build it. So don't sweat it. Copycats will always be behind.
I'd rather go too far than not far enough. The only reward that you get from taking it easy is the fact that in the moment, it's easier. But if you want results and then you basically just catch yourself slacking off and don't do anything about it, then it kind of sounds like you don't really want those results.
If I've learned anything from life, it's that sometimes the darkest times can bring us to the most brightest places. I've learned that the toughest lessons can teach us the most important lessons, that the most painful struggles can grant us the most necessary growth. Said in times like these, it helps to recall there have always been times like these. The last one read, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection.
It is not everyone's job to make sure that you feel good. It is not everyone's job to solve your problems. It's not everyone's job to make sure you're happy. That's on you. Only you. Understand that you are where you're at because of the decisions you made and the actions you took. And if you manage to convince yourself that it's everyone else's fault that you're miserable, not only is your entire life a lie, but you will be stuck in that misery forever. If you really want to free yourself from mental slavery, if you really want to escape the prison cell, if you really want to make your life better, blame yourself. Because in order to fix your own life, you have to believe that you're the one that f***ed it up in the first place. And if you possess the power to screw up your entire life, you also possess the power to fix it.
The longest journey you will make are the inches from your head to your heart. Never an easy journey, but the most important you will make is that you find the courage to build a life around what matters most to you. There are pivotal moments in our lives that have the power to push us into an entirely new and exciting story from which there is no return. What if that moment for you is today?